You say these phrases every day, but they're not just words. They're ancient rituals, fear responses, and cultural leftovers from darker times. Welcome to Subtextual, where we decode the hidden meaning behind everyday behavior. These 10 sayings sound harmless, but once you know where they come from, you'll never hear them the same way again. Number 1. Bless you. You sneeze. Someone says, bless you. Seems polite, right? But this phrase goes back to a time when sneezing was terrifying. In the Middle Ages, people believed a sneeze could eject your soul or signal the start of the plague. Saying bless you was spiritual first aid, a way to protect you from death, demons, or disease. Even today, we say it automatically. But deep down, it's a tiny ritual, a leftover spell. You're not just being polite, you're sealing a spiritual leak. Number 2. Break a leg. Before a big performance, someone says break a leg. Why would we wish injury on someone we care about? This comes from old superstition. Wishing someone good luck was considered bad luck. The gods, or fate, didn't like arrogance. So people started saying the opposite, hoping to trick the universe. In theatre, it became tradition. Break a leg meant, I hope you do well, but I'm disguising it so the cosmic forces don't ruin it. It's not encouragement. It's protective sarcasm. Number 3. Touch wood. You say something good's happened. Then you panic. You touch wood. This goes back to ancient pagan beliefs. Trees weren't just trees, they were sacred. Home to spirits who could protect you or punish you. Touching wood was a way to ask for protection, to avoid tempting fate. You weren't just touching a surface, you were making a spiritual request. Today, we still do it. Because deep down, we don't trust good news. We think the universe is listening, and we want to stay on its good side. Number 4. Caught red-handed. You hear caught red-handed and think, busted. But in medieval times, it meant something much more literal. If you were found with blood on your hands, actual blood, you couldn't deny the crime. Whether it was theft, assault, or murder, the red was proof. Justice was visual. Shame was visible. Today, the phrase just means you got caught. But it still carries that old weight. Guilt you can't wash off. Number 5. Rule of thumb. Rule of thumb sounds harmless, a rough guideline. But one theory links it to an old law. Men were allowed to beat their wives with a stick, so long as it wasn't thicker than their thumb. Whether that's the true origin or not, the phrase still echoes a time when casual cruelty was law. It's a reminder that some rules weren't made for fairness. They were made for control. And we still carry them in our language. Number 6. Sleep tight. Sleep tight sounds cozy, but it's not about comfort. Before mattresses, beds were made with ropes. If they were tight, you slept better. Loose ropes meant sagging, discomfort, and maybe bugs. Sleep tight was practical advice. Tighten your ropes, avoid bed bugs, and hope for a decent night. Today, it's a sweet bedtime wish, but it started as a checklist for survival. Number 7. Saved by the Bell. You think of school, but Saved by the Bell started in graveyards. In the 18th century, people feared being buried alive, so they installed bells in coffins. If you woke up underground, you could ring for help. Saved by the Bell wasn't a metaphor, it was a literal hope. Now we use it to mean just in time. But it started as a panic button for premature burial. Number 8. Cold feet. Cold feet means nerves. But it started with soldiers. In battle, some couldn't fight because their feet were literally frozen. They couldn't move forward. Later, it became a way to describe wedding jitters or second thoughts. But the metaphor still holds. When your feet go cold, your instincts are screaming. It's not weakness, it's warning. Number 9, kick the bucket. Kick the bucket sounds funny. But one theory links it to suicide. People stood on a bucket to hang themselves. When they kicked it away, that was the end. Over time, the phrase softened. Kick the bucket became a casual way to say someone died, but the origin reminds us language often hides pain behind punchlines. We laugh, but the roots are dark. Number 10. Cat got your tongue. Someone's quiet. You say, cat got your tongue? But this phrase might come from ancient punishments, where tongues were cut out for speaking out. Others link it to military torture. Either way, it's not cute. It's silence born from fear. Today we say it when someone's awkward. But the phrase carries centuries of forced silence. These phrases sound harmless, but they're loaded with history. Fear, violence, superstition. You're not just speaking, you're echoing the past. And now you know. If you want more hidden meanings, strange origins, and cultural decoding, hit subscribe, drop a comment, and follow the trail. Because everything you say has a story. And we're just getting started.